Hello, Patreon. Thank you for being here. Some of you noticed last month I was in a different room than usual. I am again this month. Basically, this podcast changed my life, so I'm having to make a lot of changes in my life for the podcast. I'm sort of downsizing or streamlining, however you want to put it. It's just all about the process. I want to waste as little time as possible. I want to waste as little energy as possible. So I'm just trying to find faster and better ways to do all the things I have to do. Like this new camera and microphone setup, I'm pretty sure it'll make these Patreon videos easier to get done in the middle of everything else going on. Like today, it's my birthday, so obviously there's a lot, but I'm able to just sit down and do this real fast. It probably won't come out until next week still, because I still have to edit it, and this is Thursday, and I like these to come out on weekdays and not weekends. But just getting this done is a big part, and I don't think I would be able to do that if I was using the regular setup. A little more, flexible, and I like that. And I guess when it's your birthday, you always end up thinking about what you were doing last year on your birthday. And last year, I would have been pretty frantically working on either the Merle Haggard or Bobby Gentry episode of the podcast. Would have been way more stressed out than I am now. And I think a lot of how well I'm doing right now has to do with finding better and easier ways to do things like this. So, yeah. With the podcast itself, still in the research mode. I know that's not really interesting. I could be talking about the stuff that I'm researching, but that's kind of like showing you how the sausage is made before you got to taste it. I don't think I'm really into the idea of doing that. I haven't really done any non-podcast stuff this past month. It's just all been research and personal life stuff that I'm never going to talk about with you. There is one thing that I want to talk about, though. Some of you listened to when I was on an episode of this podcast called The Trillbillies Worker Party. That's like hillbillies with TR in place of H. It's slang. We got together a while back through a webcam, and that's how we did that first episode. But then recently, Pitchfork, the music website Pitchfork, they published a list of what they think is the best 200 albums of the 1980s. And there is no country music on that list. Big surprise. We don't really expect to be talked about. But the Trillbillies have this friend named Shuja. Shuja wrote a response to this Pitchfork list. My friends at the Trillbillies sent me his response, and I read it, and I thought it was great, and they asked if I would like to talk to Shuja about this whole situation. Hell yeah, I'll talk about country music whenever anyone wants to. So the Trillbillies gang actually came down from Kentucky, and I snuck them into this office building, and we did a webcam conference with Shuja, who I think he's in New York City. I was drinking, and I'm a pretty bad influence, so I might have got some other people to drink too. But we still managed to have a pretty intelligent conversation about country music's place in American pop culture while still being, drunk and funny. I don't know, everyone who's listened to it said they liked it. So I think you'd probably be interested in it if you're interested in this. Maybe go check that out if you're looking for something to do. And yeah, like I said, not much to talk about this month, but next month will probably be different. See you there.